Hi y'all, how y'all doing today? This is Elsa with JustafewDesigns. I was gone all month, last month, all of March. I had made myself, or I had mentioned in my last video that I was going to try to do 3 videos a month. Well, that didn't happen last month, did it? You know, that last week of February, my youngest daughter and I went to a convention in Biloxi, Mississippi. And we came back and she got like really sick. She had the flu. And as bad as the flu is for everybody else, it is especially bad for Brandy because Brandy has cystic fibrosis. If you follow me, you know that because I mentioned it before, but if not, well, now you do. She has, it's a lung disease. So anything that is out there that may cause an upper respiratory infection is especially bad for her. And so when we came back, and this was the last weekend in February, we came back, she was sick. We traveled back on a Sunday. She was already feeling the effects of it. I didn't feel anything till Monday. So I went straight to the doctor. The top part of my lungs was hurting. I would cough and it felt like pneumonia. So, but I went in and they did that test. I need to talk about that test. But anyway, it came back negative, and they sent me home on Motrin and Tylenol, alternate them if I ran a fever, and fluids. You know, the test. The little girl came in and said, okay, the doctor wants us to test you for the flu, and I thought, oh, okay. And the doctor said, we're going to swab your nostrils for it. And I thought, okay, you know, and I'm sitting there waiting, and I really, really thought that they were going to come in, you know, with those nice little fluffy baby Q-tips, and they were going to come in and they were going to gently swab the inside of my nostrils, and I was going to get a result. No, she comes over at me with a Q-tip thing like this that really looks more like a baby nipple cleaner. Do you remember those? They had all those little bristles and it was really skinny. She comes with those in her hands, 2 of them, and she says, okay, ma'am, I'm gonna test you. And she puts her hand on my head, like grabbing me, and I thought, why is she holding my head like that? Well, I found out really quick why she did that, because she knew that I was gonna pull away as she came at me. And let me tell you, she rammed that thing up my nostrils, and it felt like she was piercing my brain. My eyes got watery. It was like an instant headache. And when she pulled that thing out and then she did it again, well, by the second time I knew what she was doing. So I was like really at the way back up against the wall. She was putting that thing up there. And that is painful. And that was just, she said that was just to test you for the regular flu. I got results within 20 minutes. But after she pulled that, I started sneezing uncontrollably. And like I said, my eyes were watering, and oh my God, a headache that, I kid you not, lasted 3 days. It was horrible. I hated it. And so now, while I'm watching videos on how they're testing for COVID, that it's even a longer Q-tip, and it goes all the way to the back of your head. It goes all the way up, and they leave it in for a while. I don't think that I would have allowed her to leave that up there any longer. She just went in and out really quick. So that's a horrible way of testing people. But anyway, that was negative. And I went home and, you know, just on Tylenol and Motrin, and I got worse. This happened on a Monday. Tuesday, oh, I felt and looked like death made over. It was just, my body ached, like right there it hurt, like right there it hurt. No matter where in my body, no matter where in my body you would point at, it would hurt. I was in a lot of aches, and you know, everything was achy, and I had a cough, and I had a headache, and I was really nauseated, and it was just bad. And now I'm wondering, did I have this horrible virus and didn't know about it? Which I got over it. It took me about 2 weeks to get over it. A whole week of being at home, and then I did go back to work that following Monday, but I only worked like 4 hours and had to come back home because I was dragging. Felt really bad. I didn't have a fever any longer. My fevers were only the first 3 days, and after that I had called the doctor's office, and they asked me, that's the first thing they asked me, are you still running fevers? I said, well, not as up to date. They said, oh, well, then you're not contagious anymore, just keep the fluids, and that's it. I'm kind of hoping that it was, so that now maybe I have the antibodies and I would be able to donate plasma for those that need it. That would be great, and then I wouldn't have to worry about catching it again, because I'm terrified of it. I really am. I'm a really scaredy cat, and I have absolutely zero pain tolerance. So when I see these videos of people being so sick and not being able to breathe, it scares me, because, oh God, the pain alone is going to kill me. So anyway, so that's what happened to me for March. I just was sick, and it took me forever to recuperate. And around the time that I started feeling better, mid-March, Crystal got sick. She called me up on Monday and said, hey, can I drop the baby off? I gotta go to the doctor because it feels like I'm swallowing glass, she said. For those of you that have never had strep throat, that's exactly what it feels like. It feels like you're just taking gobs of glass and trying to swallow it, and it cuts all the way down. And so of course I kept little Carmen. She's my 2-year-old grandbaby, and she calls me and she says, oh God, Mom, I have really high fever and I tested positive for strep throat. Can you keep her, because they say I'm really contagious? So I kept her. 19 days later, I kept her for 19 days because it just kept progressing. She developed an allergy to penicillin, so nothing was working. So after 7 days of penicillin, she had to go on something else, and so it just turned from me watching her one day to me watching her 19 days, and she is like 3 full-time jobs. Yeah, she kept me on my toes, man, but I enjoyed it. And she went home yesterday, and I miss her a lot. I actually shed a tear for her yesterday. I kind of felt like, where's my little shadow? That's my phone going off. Where's my little shadow? Because she had, that's exactly what she had been, was my my little shadow for those days. She followed me everywhere. I went outside and played with her, and just did so much with her that I usually don't do, you know. So, but anyway, now that I told you what happened in March and why I wasn't here, I'm hoping that April will be a little bit better. I hope that I can come and sit here and talk to y'all and maybe do a little crafting. And just like everybody, I want to make masks. This is a little mask for my 2-year-old. Isn't that cute? And I have 3 or 4 computers in my house, and I went from one to the other, and I deleted history on my computer here, and I didn't realize that it would delete history from everything, not just there. So I went back to try and find the lady that did this, and I don't even know if this is her pattern or what, but I wanted to give credit. But it's one of the easiest masks that I've seen done, and this one's a little one, so like I said, for the 2-year-old. But check it out. It opens pretty wide, and this was my prototype. And what I like also is that it's open at the top, so you can actually put like your little filter in here, which this is not a filter, it's just a thing I was just wanted to show you. You can put the filter inside and then just pull it out. So, and look how cute they turn out. And it's very little sewing. The only thing that is sewed on this mask are the 2 sides. right here and right here. This part, where am I? This part and this part. That's all the sewing involved, and you can even do that by hand if you don't have a sewing machine, and very little measuring. So once again, if you're new to my channel, that's another thing that you need to know, because I talk about it a lot. I hate to measure. So this was the perfect mask. So I am going to jump on the bandwagon and maybe do a little video tutorial on how I made these. I know that there's 1,000,001 videos out there on how to make them, but you know, I always figured just because I watched this person doing it, you might not watch her doing it, because there are so many. And this is a really easy pattern, and they go back, and you can throw these in the washing machine and wash them. And I just happen to have all these pretty elastics, because you know, I'm making the traveler's notebooks, so I had the blue and the pink and the stuff. So and then Etsy sent, I believe, all their store owners an email. I've had an Etsy account for the past 10 years, ever since I've been online, and I haven't been active there, but they still include me in their email. And they're saying that more and more people are trying to purchase these, and I guess the supply, the supply and demand is not there, so they're wanting everybody to sell them. So I may be making some of these and putting them on my Etsy shop. My youngest daughter makes fun of me because, you know, I have that Latino tongue, so my SH's and my CH's are just one. I just interchange them. so you'll catch me saying things like that sometimes. But anyway, so we're going to be making one of these. If you're interested, I'll have a video on how to make this. And this is the baby one, so I want to make adult ones in this size too. And she didn't have the measurements in her video for the large for an adult. At least I don't think she did, because I was really concerned about my grandbabies not having little masks. So I may have to play with the sizes until I make one that probably goes for an adult from here to here. And I don't think that it needs to be much wider than this, because this actually goes from the bridge of your nose all the way under your chin. So maybe a little bit wider, but like I said, very easy. So I want to do that. And that's another thing that I hope that even if you're not making masks, anything, a bandana, they're saying there's so many different reports out there that it does help and it doesn't help. I don't see how it can hurt, right? I heard a report where it says that it protects others from you, but not you from them. And I'm thinking, if it protects them from you, why doesn't it protect you from them? But anyway, I always think that even if it's just a little bit that you do to protect yourself, it has to help, right? And this whole thing, don't touch your face. I did not realize that I touch my face as much as I do. Oh my God. I touch my face a lot. I think I just did it. I poked my finger in my eye, didn't I? You saw me. It's on tape. Because there's always something at the corner of my eye. I've always had, my eyelashes are naturally curly, and this back eyelash in the back always kind of seems to want to curl under. And have you ever tried plucking out an eyelash? Don't. It hurts, and it makes you sneeze uncontrollably. I guess everything makes me sneeze, but it hurts really bad. But so I'm always touching my face. I'm always doing this, you know, and I didn't realize how much I touched my face. So I think that even if you wear the mask to remind you not to touch your face, you're already ahead of the ball game. So if you go to the grocery store and you're like me and you tend to touch your face for anything and everything, if you put a mask, they'll remind you that, hey, I shouldn't be touching my face. At least not while I'm out here and everybody has touched everything. Like the glove situation, people wearing gloves. And there was this lady, she did a craft a vlog, and she is at, I think she's at Walmart, and she's going around showing all the craft supplies that Walmart has. and I kid you not, she touched everything. She said, oh, and look at these Crayolas. Oh, and look at this. Oh, and she was touching everything. She had gloves on, but once she touched this and put it down, whatever is on that is now on her gloves. And then she went over there and touched the powder. So now whatever was on that is now on the powder, and now whatever's on the powder is on her. And she kept touching. So in that whole half an hour video, she touched everything in that store with the gloves. And then she said, you know, and then I hope she took the gloves off before she got in her car to go home, because if she kept the gloves on and touched her car and her steering wheel and her door when she got home, she carried all that with her. So be real mindful when you're wearing gloves, because you're still touching things. At least that's how I see it, okay? I'm not telling you what to do, but that's how I see it. Now, the mask, I really think that's a good thing. And the gloves are a really good thing if you use them safely and you realize that you're wearing them, and take them off before you get in your car. Before you even touch your door handle, take them off. But anyway, so what else? Oh, I'm also going to be showing you, remember my units that I made? They were really easy to make, and you put them on this. I'm going to show you how to make a cover for it. This is my cover for mine, and I did magnets. And what's so exciting about this is that all the cute little ephemera in this book are my drawings, or as I call them, my doodles. All of them, all through this book. The little chick, and I have it here with ears somewhere. Where is it? Look at the eggs with just the ear headband on it. Can you see it right there? But anyway, I'm going to show you this in detail, and I'm going to show you how to do the cover, because I've had requests on, well, you showed us how to do the pages, but I don't know how to put a cover on it. So this is how I put the cover on it. Now, with this type of cover, of course, and I made this bigger than what my pages are right now, because after I start putting pictures and stuff in it, this is going to grow, right? It's going to expand like this. So I wanted this to make sure that I accommodated my book once I added all the pictures, because right now, see how flat, or is it? See how flat that is? So yeah, so once you put pictures, it's going to grow. But I'll talk about that in the video, but I'm going to show you. And tomorrow is Easter, so I hope that you all are still able to celebrate, because it's more than the Easter bags, Easter baskets, and the candy and the gift giving. I used to, I still do. I give my kids, even my grown-up daughters, a big basket, and I've always made my own basket, because I didn't like how they made their baskets. You know, the little stuff they put in there was just always not what I wanted. So I've always bought individual stuff to make baskets for my kids and my grandkids, and I'm not doing that this year because I'm not going to go shopping. So I have not, did I mention that I have not left the house? I have not left the house. I've been outside in the backyard since March 23rd. I have been a good girl. But anyway, so I'm not going to go shopping for this year. But I've always made the baskets and bought them stuff. So tomorrow, but what I was getting at was that doesn't stop Easter, because I didn't go shopping because they're not going to get baskets. Easter is still here, and well, I'm not going to talk about religion, because they say, you know, religion and politics, just keep to yourself. But you all know what Easter is about, so celebrate Easter tomorrow, okay? So, and this is Easter related. It's got bunnies and eggs and baskets, because the pictures that I take are going to go in this album for Easter. I don't know. I want to show you my Easter drawings and how to make this cool little cover for it. It's really, really simple. It's probably something that you've already seen, but I want to show you how to make it. So those two videos are coming, the mask and that book. And what else? Should we talk about my hair again? Look how long it got just since the last video. And now it's at a time where I don't know what to do with it. I guess I can start pulling it back. I don't know. It's grown out a lot in just the 1 month. So, okay, I just thought I'd bring it up because I brought it up last time. Okay, so I guess that's it. Thank you so much for all the comments that you all left on my last vlog video. That was sweet. Some of you said that you could listen to me forever. I love that. That made me smile, and it encouraged me to do this video now. So so thank you. Thank you for everything. Thank you for all of the comments. Thank you for following me. Thank you for waiting on me, because I know that I stay gone a lot. I try not to, but you know, life, viruses. So let me know how you all doing. Please just chime in on the bottom. There's a lot of you that, even though I haven't met you in person, we have been corresponding for the past 10 years via videos. Some of you do email me. I love it. You can always email me and tell me how you're doing, show me pictures of what you're making. I love to see that. Here's my email, justafew with 2 W's @gmail.com. You can email me anytime, especially now if you're bored. Hey, I'll write you back. And so yeah, so even though I haven't met you, I do remember. I remember all of you and your comments. I remember all the sweet ladies that have binge watched all my videos and have commented on all of them. And I worry about you all when I don't hear from you, because you know, especially right now, are you sick and I'm never gonna hear from you again? Or you know, I just chime in at the bottom, just say, hey, I'm okay, I'd like to hear from you. Thank you so much once again for everything, and I'll catch you on the next one. Okay, so have a good day, y'all. Bye.